Creature style baits have been a big deal in bass fishing for years. Whether, when I think about like what you're trying to imitate, whether it's a lizard, a newt, a lot of the fish, they just hate that lizard profile. And, to me, that is, they can't stand it. Like this is the profile day in and day out. The more appendages, the more action you have, the more of a threat that profile is to those fish. And so I feel like when they're doing that, there is no better profile than the HedgeHog. Oh, there's one. Gosh dang. So right here we have the brand new HedgeHog. And so diving into some of the features that make this bait a little bit different. Of course, the big thing for me is consistent action. Consistent action is really the differentiator in soft plastics. There he is. Oh gosh. Big and dude, big and come here, buddy. Oh, come here, buddy. That's what we're talking about right there. When a bait actually does what it's supposed to do, it generates a few more bites than the others. And so there's a lot of different creature baits out there on the market, but to me, that was the number one thing. These bottom appendages, I went through several different prototypes to get those to perfectly kick at slow speed. So if I'm throwing like an 8 or a 3/16, I want that slow fall. I want that bait kicking, and even if I pick it up a little bit over a limb, it don't fall 6 inches. I need that action, and I need something that's that's consistent to trigger that bite.
God, he smoked that HedgeHog.
Raised ribs on this bait, where you can texpose that bait. Now, of course, the number one thing that separates this bait in secondary action is these inverted appendages on the side. These are a little bit bigger than what you would have on the Bronco bug, and these guys right here, they quiver really well.
There's action all over this bait. It's just a totally different profile. It has a ton of appendages on it, and it falls with a ton of action. But it's still kind of a smaller profile bait, and you can catch big fish and you can catch small ones. I'll put it on a Carolina rig. You can put it on a Texas rig. You can do anything you want with this bait, but I've always thrown it in there before I leave. I may pull up and throw a jerk bait on a place, but before I leave, I'm throwing the HedgeHog in there and picking up a couple extra bites.
The HedgeHog is 4 inches long and comes in 16 custom colors. I go back and forth and trying to figure out, what's too much? How many appendages are too much? Is there too much going on? But I truly felt like we got it perfect with the right amount of appendages, the right amount of secondary action, primary action. I truly feel like we knocked this one out of the park as far as creature baits go. It is a perfect profile and the right action to generate the bites.